Good evening, students. A warm welcome to all of you. A special welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Praveen Kumar, sir. Sir, welcome you, sir. Let's welcome our student Kritika to deliver the welcome address, please.
A pleasant evening to one and all. I am privileged of immensely honored today for getting this opportunity to deliver the welcome address in this special day. It's my gratitude to welcome our Honorable Chairman Secretary, Dr. M. Karunanidhi Sir, Vivekananda Foundation Institution and Hospitals in his absence. And I extend my warm welcome to all the trust members of Vivekananda Education Institution and Hospitals in their presence. It's my immense pleasure to welcome our Executive Director, Professor Dr. S. Kupuswamy sir, in his absence. A special welcome to our Principal Ma'am, Dr. M. Devi Ma'am, for encouraging the students to participate in this event. I welcome you, ma'am. And also, I extend my gratitude welcome to our HOD from IT Department, Dr. D. Satya Ma'am, for arranging this program. I welcome you, ma'am. I heartily welcome our coordinator, Mrs. M. Meena ma'am, for hosting this show. I welcome you, ma'am. It's the time to welcome our chief guest, Mr. M. Praveen Kumar sir, HOD of IT Department, Innovation Ambassador, Ratinam Technical Campus, Coimbatore, to inspire us by his words of wisdom. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. I am very happy to welcome all the staff members for this wonderful event, who is the reason for our growth. Last but not the least, I welcome all my friends and sisters of the future pillars of our country to this wonderful gathering. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Kritika, for your welcome address. May I now call upon our chief guest to deliver his speech. Welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you very much for your wonderful introduction, Ms. Kritika, and also thank you, Meena ma'am, for organizing this kind of webinar. Right. First of all, am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Sir.
So thank you very much. Right. So thank you for your team for this wonderful organization of this webinar. Right. So first of all. So I'm going to deliver you talk about design thinking, right? So what is design thinking? So it's just a brainstorming session. I just need all your interactions along with me. This is not a normal lecture. So this is apart from your normal lecture. So I need your interaction during this session, right? So please wait. I'll share my screen. Just hold on. Okay. Is it visible? Yes. Whether my screen is visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
okay. Okay. So before entering into this session, do anybody knows or do anybody have any idea about design thinking? So before that, how this session should be, whether is it in completely in English or completely in Tamil or in combination of English and Tamil? Because it is somewhat an interactive and also an interesting topic, design thinking, right? Okay. So first thing, yeah, I've already told now. So do you have any idea, some basic idea about design thinking? So what is thinking first actually? So thinking about something, right? So thinking about a solution for a particular problem. So that is a thinking. So what is the design thinking and what is the purpose of design thinking and what is the purpose of practicing this design thinking and what is the purpose of this webinar? Yes. So India have more number of n number of problems. We have n number of problem statements both in technically and also in society. We have n number of problem statements we have, right? So we need to find out the solution for that problems. We need to find out the solution for the problems, right? So the thinkers are needed to find out the solutions, right? Especially the design thinkers are needed. What is a difference between thinkers and design thinkers? So thinkers only concentrate on that. They'll follow the procedure. Okay, so whether is a problem, so how to rectify the problem, there is some laws are there, so they'll follow their rules to they'll follow the rules, and they come out with the solution. That is a normal thinkers. And what about the design thinkers? So what is a how to how to say is, so what is a part of design thinking here? Okay, so the design thinkers will think out of this box, out of the box. So out of the box thinking is very much needed in the present situation, right? So this is all about, this is some brief about design thinkers, right? Okay, so as Steve Jobs says, a design is not just what it looks like and feel like. Design is what it works. Okay, yes, yeah, it's a correct one, right? So it doesn't depends on how it shows. It doesn't depends on how it feels. Okay, so it depends on how it works. Okay, so that is a purpose of that design thinking, right? Okay, so we have some 5 stages in this design thinking, right? So before entering into that stage, just 5 stages, just think about some problems. Okay, so some of the problem statements we have. So what are the problems we have, or what are the problems we feels now, right? So almost 2 years before, that is 2020 March, so we have affected from corona, and for past 2 years we have almost do our lessons or learn our subjects through online only. And what are the problems we felt during that online? So that is a problem statement. Okay, so like that, each one of you just think about some problems now. Just think about the problem statement now before entering into that five stages, right? So first one is empathize, and second one is define, third one is ideate, fourth one is prototype, and the last one is test. So these are the 5 stages of design thinking process, right? So we can take that COVID-19 as an example, as a case study, right? So first one is empathize. So what are the things we felt? So what is empathize? So empathize is to create meaningful innovations. You need to know your users and care about their lives, right? So now you are a developer, or you are the main core to think about that users problems, right? So empathize is nothing but create meaningful innovations. Okay, it will support your users. It will support your users, or it is the need of your user, right? What is the need of your user, right? The COVID-19 was the same example. COVID-19 was came, and it's almost 2 years went. So what are the things? What are the difficulties my users felt? So that is empathize. First thing is observe. So observe the difficulties which was felt by our users. Okay, observe the thing. Second thing, engage. Engage in the sense you just draft all the things which you have observed. Okay, so just engage yourself into that problem. Third one is listen. Listen is, so you just get some inputs from your users, get some ideas from your users. Okay, so these three things comes under that empathize, right? Next one is define. The second stage of that design thinking is define. Framing the right problem is the only way to create the right solution, right? Before entering into that solution statement, you must define, what you must understand, what is the problem it exactly. So that is the part of this define, right? So you need to define your problem first. Okay, then only you can go for the right solution. So in this define, first part is gather that information. Okay, so gather the information in and around you. Okay, in and around the society, gather the information, right? Analyze the things which you have already gathered. Just analyze the things. Third one, synthesis. So how to say, you just draft that part. You just draft that part which you have analyzed by using that informations. Okay, Okay, so find the core problem. At the end of the day, by using that analyzing and also that informations, you just find out that core problem. What is a core problem within you or within your users? Okay, define problem statement. That core problem will be defined as a problem statement. Okay, so these are the things which you must concentrate in that defined stage. Okay, so first one is gather the information from your society, analyze their inputs as an information. Okay, third one is synthesis. So just how to say, just compare the things which you have gathered, just compare the things, right? So that is synthesis. So at the end of the synthesis, you will find out the core problem. Okay, you will find out that core problem. That core problem you just define as a problem statement. Okay, so this is the second one. If any doubts, you can stop me anywhere, right? Be attentive. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So create a point of view that is based on users' needs and insights. And what are their needs? Okay. So create a point of view that define the how to say, define stages particularly concentrated on creating a point of view that is based on users needs and insights. Okay, so we can take a case study, right? So can anyone tell your how to say, cool drinks brand, favorite cool drinks? Anyone can? What is your favorite cool drinks? Yes, anyone? Okay. Sprite, thank you. Vidya V, super. Sprite, right? So Sprite came under that Coke brand, right? Coca-Cola brand, right? So how many of you know about Coke? It is a king of cool drinks, right? Coke, Pepsi. These are the king of Pepsi, right? Right. So this is a case study about your Coca-Cola, right? So at the starting point, the Coke is not achieved that much of profit in that basic level. Okay, so the Coke manufacturers sat down in a place and discussed about how to improve their uh, sales, right? So one design thinker proposed, so we can distribute a small Coke box, small cooling box into all the small petty shops, then the Pepsi's growth will be more. So this is somewhat this is known as a design thinking, right? So this is design thinking, right? So instead of changing the taste, or instead of changing that bottle shape, they have just simply implemented that cooler box into a small petty shops. Then the Pepsi's profit is higher than they expected. Okay, so that is called a creative thinking. Okay, so for gather the information why the Pepsi's profit is low, that is gather the information from the users and also the petty shop owners. Analyze, you just collect all the informations and analyze those informations which were given by them. Okay, so find a core problem. So find a core problem, how to say, the Coke's loss is the how to say, the profit, the low profit of Coke is because of there is no coolers in the small petty shop. That is a problem statement. So how to solve the problem? Just give that cooler box to all the petty shops, then the Pepsi's, how to say, the Pepsi's sales will be more high, right? Somewhat high. So this is the case study of PepsiCo, right? So you follow me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And the third thing is ideate. So first is empathize. Empathize is analyzing the problem. Second one is second one is ideate. So ideate. Second one is define the problem, and the third one is ideate. Okay. So ideate is nothing but it's not about coming up with the right idea. It's about generating the broadest range of possibilities. Okay. So we are not expecting the perfect idea, but we expecting the broadcast range of possibilities means அது நடக்குமா முடியுமா அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு விஷயம், that is possibility. Okay, so instead of putting the right idea, we can analyze the things. So we can analyze the possibility of that success. So that is an idea. Okay, so here also brainstorming session is we can come up with an idea. Okay, so but it is not a final solution. So brainstorming is nothing but a discussion about that ideas or discussion about that problem. So with your partners or with your manufacturers, you just discuss with you just sit in a conference room and discuss the solution for that particular problem. That is a brainstorming session. Okay, so here they will enter into that conference room without any idea. Okay, so they'll produce a solution, or they'll generate a solution by the discussion within them. Okay, so that is a brainstorming session. And the second one is thinking out of the box, outside the box, as I already told. Okay, so design thinking is nothing but thinking outside the box. Okay, so for that we don't have any borders to think. Okay, so it's open. Okay, so I can think outside the box. Okay, so if I feel any problem inside my classroom, okay, so I don't think within the borders of that classroom. Okay, so apart from classroom itself, I'll think, then only I'll get a good idea, right? So classroom, that another example. One new faculty entered into the classroom. Okay, so you are the final year students, or somewhat you are the engineering students, right? So new faculty enter into your regular class. Okay, so I think you are all busy with your regular exams, right? So coaching exam, coaching test, model 1, model 2, internal test. So we are following in our college. That's why I'm telling. So you are repeatedly writing your exams, right? So it'll make you bored at some time, right? So the teacher must engage yourself. The teacher must engage you with your own interest. Okay. So she will think. So how can I engage my student without boring? But I need to practice them. I need to make I need to make them study. I need to make them learn. Then how? They are very bored, or they are dull with their regular test. Okay, so he or she, that is ma'am or sir, will come up with a new idea. They'll how to say, they'll split up into some groups in school days, in government school, in school days they are we were set as groups. Okay, so within the groups, or between the groups, we will discuss about the particular topic. Okay, then the students will have more interest on their learning. So that is called a ideate. Clear? So this is a thinking outside the box. This is called a ideate. This is one of the parts of ideate. Okay, next, finding missing puzzle pieces. So finding missing puzzle pieces means so I'll introduce some new topic, right? So now I'll introduce some new method to study, right? So you are going to you have your question bank. Okay, so in that question bank, for a fourth unit, you have almost some 5 16 marks. Okay, so 5 16 marks. So you are asked to, or you are instructed to learn all the 5 16 marks. Okay, so the main thing is, every student will not cover all the topics in that particular question. Correct? So all the topics in that particular question. So instead of reading individually, you can create a group and learn the same question as a group. Okay, then you will discuss among yourself about that question. Now I'll give some 2 points. My friend will give some 2 points. Another friend will give 4 points. At the end of the session, all the points were collected, and each one of the people in the group will knows each and every point of that 16 mark, every point of that big question, isn't it? Right. So that is a finding missing puzzle pieces. Okay. So missing points also will be collected in this form, right? So reach the solution. At the end of the day, I can reach the solution. That is a ideate. Clear? Do you have any doubts in that, or do you have any queries in that as of now? Is it okay? Yes, anybody? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. No doubt, sir.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Wait a minute. Yeah, brainstorm and come up with as a brainstorm come up with as many creative solutions as possible. Okay, so brainstorming session, as I already told, brainstorming session is a discussion among the problem. In that discussion, each one will give a solution with their point of view. At the end, all the solutions will be consolidated and the perfect solution will come out. Excuse me. So this is called a ideate. And next one is prototype. So prototype is conversion of idea into a product. That is called a prototype, right? Conversion of your idea into a product. Build to think and test to learn. So this is the core of the prototype. Okay, so build to think and test to learn. So in this prototype, first one is make. So just create your idea as a product. First one. Second one, examine. You just test the product. Third one, remake. So during the test, you may feel some negative points or some drawbacks in your solution. Okay, so remake the solution, right? Investigate. You just apply or you just investigate about the product, about your final product. Okay, so this is called prototype. So prototype is nothing but you just convert your idea into a product, number one, and that converted product is examined with that problem, number two. Then in that examined state, some of the feedbacks or some drawbacks may occur in your product. You just remake based on that drawback which you have felt. Okay, just remake your product and investigate about that product. Okay, so these are the functions in that prototype. Okay, so the prototype mode is a iterative generation of artifacts intended to answer questions that get you closest to your final solution. So prototype will not give a final solution, but it will be more closer to your final solution. You just repeat the things. You just make, examine that, remake that, investigate. You'll get another drawback. Okay, so again, remake that and investigate. Again, remake that and investigate till your final solution reached. So this is the thing in that prototype. Okay, the last one is test. So testing is an opportunity to learn about your solution and your users. Okay, so testing is an opportunity to learn about your solution and your user. You have find out the problem, you have found that final problem, and also you have found that solution for the problem. But the success is you need to test that product, right? So that is a last stage. Understanding users. So your product, you just circulate your product into that into society, into your user. They how you just understand how the users feels about your product. Second, find missing puzzle pieces. Yes, again. Okay, so it is, how to say, so 100% will not give 100% perfection to our users by our product. It is not possible to give, right? So find that missing. So find what exactly users needs from my product, from our product. Okay, so find that missing one and redefine your solution. So redefine your product based on that users feedback. So for every new products, so for every new app. Okay, so in Google Play Store there are more n number of apps are there. So every user download that app and using, and they'll put their feedback in that Google Play Store itself, right? So based on that feedback, that app developer can change their app based on their users, based on that users needs. Okay, so this is the testing part, right? So redefine the solution. Okay, so the test mode is when you solicit feedback about the prototype you have created from your users and have another opportunity to gain empathy for the people. Yes, so I've already told now, you are creating, you have created a app you have created a mobile app, and that mobile app was installed, that app was given to that Google Play Store. So from that Google Play Store, more number of n number of users were downloaded your app. Okay, and also they will give their feedback about that app. Some missed out things also mentioned in that feedbacks. Okay, so you can rearrange or you can redefine your app based on that user's need. So that is the purpose of testing. Clear? Right? So this is all about design thinking. So it is a time to brief all the things. Okay. So what is design thinking? So design thinking is nothing but thinking out of the box. That is called a design thinking, right? So in the design thinking, 5 stages are there. So in that 5 stages, what is the first one? Empathize. Second one, define. Third one, ideate. Fourth one, prototype. And the last one, testing. So empathize is nothing but analyzing the problem, observe the problems which is felt by the user. Okay, so observe the problem, engage that problem, and listen to the problem. So all the things, it is like analysis. As in the software engineering, in your software engineering, it is a life cycle of software development. Now first one is analysis. So like that, in the design thinking, empathize. So empathize is nothing but observe the things, observe the drawbacks, or observe the problems which users felt in that society. Okay, so just empathize it. And the next one is define your problem statement. The important part in that design thinking is define the problem statement. So when you define a perfect problem statement, then only you can find out the problem. You can find out the perfect solution for that particular problem. Okay, so define is a important stage in your design thinking, right? Third one is ideate. So ideate is nothing but creating the solution, that is called ideate. Creating the solution for that particular problem, that is called ideate. Fourth one is prototype. Prototype is nothing but conversion of your idea into a product, that is a prototype. And finally it is testing. So testing is nothing but once you have completed your project, or once you have completed your product, you just sell it out, or you just circulate it to your society, so the users can use that product, and that users can give their feedbacks and also drawbacks. So based on the drawbacks and feedbacks which they have given, you can rearrange or you can redefine your solution. So this is called design thinking, and its 5 stages. Clear? So what is the need of design thinking? It is not, this design thinking is not a theoretical part. So what is the need of this design thinking, and why I should be why I should be a design thinker, right? So design thinking எதுக்காக நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணணும், டிசைன் திங்கரா நான் எதுக்கு ஆகணும்? Okay, so we are always a design thinker. We are design thinkers actually, but we don't know whether we are design thinkers, right? So we already a design thinker, but we need to implement that things as a products, right? For example, when we are traveling in that highway, we will feel more n number of problems. We will feel some problems, right? So what are those? So in highways there is no restaurants nearing us, and we don't know where that petrol bunks are there, where that puncture shops are there. Then what is the solution? We must have a app. We must have a mobile app to find where the petrol bunk is there, where the how to say, the puncture shops are there. So we are already have problem statements, and we have already thought about that, right? But we just started and we just left out. But அந்த ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் எல்லாம் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு வந்துட்டு அதை சால்வ் பண்றதுக்கான ஒரு ஐடியா, ஒரு சொல்யூஷனை கொடுத்தவங்க தான் இப்போ வந்துட்டு ஒரு பெரிய லெவல்ல இருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ எவ்ரி ஒன் ஷுட் பி அ டிசைன் திங்கர். எவ்ரி ஒன் இஸ், we already have the design thinking ability, right? So be a design thinker for each and every problem. You just see the problems in some way out of the box. Okay, you just view your problems in a different manner, you'll definitely get a solution. So this is called a design thinking, right? So any queries? Yes, any queries?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Yes. So my part is over. Sasikala. Sasikala, you have raised your hand now. So any queries? So
Girls,
if
if
any
you have
queries, you
any
can
questions, means you can ask the person.
post it also. Okay. Thank you all. Meena ma'am, that's all from my part. Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Ah,
Uh, okay. Okay, girls, thank you so much, and thank you, sir. May I now call upon Miss Kritika to deliver her vote of thanks.
A honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks in this memorable occasion. On behalf of Vivekananda College of Technology for Women, we thank our Chairman and Secretary, Professor Dr. M. Karunanidhi sir, for guiding and motivating us conducting various events. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks to the trust members, Principal Ma'am, and Dean sir for their continued support. We are grateful to our resource person, Mr. M. Praveen Kumar sir, for his valuable contribution. Thank you, sir. My sincere gratitude to our HOD ma'am and our coordinator ma'am to conducting this event. Thank you, ma'am. Last but not the least, I thank you, my friends, for your cooperation in making this webinar a resounding success. Once again, I thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hope we will meet soon again in other kind of webinars. Thank you. Okay, students, you may leave the session, Ra. Thank you so much.